gonna let it burn, burn, burn.
In the summer of 2013, Borderlands 2 was revealed for PlayStation Vita. This was pretty exciting news for Vita owners, many of whom are fierce loyalists of the handheld, who often demand bigger, meatier games to accompany the platform's deluge of smaller indie titles. But a few weeks ago, that excitement dropped a bit when we played an unoptimized build with a stuttering frame rate and less than optimal controls. The good news is that games often come together very late in their development, and I played a near-final build that noticeably felt, looked, and ran better. All of the footage you're seeing in this video preview was captured directly from a Vita, and you can see for yourself that while Borderlands 2 on Vita isn't quite up to par with its PS3 cousin, it's certainly pretty close. Borderlands 2, which is set to come to PS Vita on May 13th, or a week earlier if you buy it alongside the new PS Vita 2000 model, is a feature-complete version of the game along with 6 DLC packs bundled in for free. It fully supports cross-save between Vita and PlayStation 3, and even totes its own trophy list, so you can earn all of those lovely trophies again on your handheld. Vita simply isn't as powerful as PlayStation 3 though, and certain concessions had to be made. For instance, select assets have been removed from the backgrounds of the game, like far-flung mountain ranges. Likewise, you'll notice that enemies don't ragdoll when you kill them. This is by design, since having enemies explode in a burst of blood and then disappear means that corpses aren't littering the landscape, quite simply allowing Borderlands 2 to run better. Likewise, enemy volume has also been slightly reduced to make the game run better. One example is a section that may have 12 enemies on PlayStation 3, but will only have 10 enemies on PS Vita. Experience and money earned doesn't scale to make up for fewer enemies, however. The result is a game that runs at an average of 30 frames per second, though it does tend to dip a few frames below that and can even tick up a few frames above that, depending on what's going on around you. There's still some stuttering during heated gun battles, but Borderlands 2 on Vita runs stably. Unfortunately, load times between sections of the map are fairly exorbitant, and textures tend to take longer than usual to load, though hopefully further optimization between now and release will help mitigate these problems. One major issue I had during my initial time with the game some weeks ago was its control scheme, which puts somewhat essential actions like grenade throwing, skill activation, running, and melee attacking to the front touchscreen and back touchpad. I was disappointed by this even if the Vita doesn't really have a better solution, because I was accidentally engaging some of these actions when I didn't mean to. Thankfully, Borderlands 2's control scheme on Vita can be completely remapped to your heart's content, and you'll also be pleased to know that the control interference problems became less of an issue the more I played, and were somewhat non-existent when I tried the game on the upcoming Slim Vita model. Keep it tuned to IGN in the coming weeks for our full review of Borderlands 2 on PlayStation Vita.